Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining me. Amanda here. I've been absent for about a week because I've just been so busy in my crafty space trying my best to get this collection done. And this is October Journaling Joy Collection. I will link it in the description box below, and it's called Ocean Spray. It's stunning. Now, I'd just like to, quickly before I start, I've got a little bit of an ask. If you're on Facebook, would you please follow the link in the description box below and come and follow my Facebook business page. I'm really trying to grow it, and I do post on there every single day. So when I'm quiet on here, you will find me over there, okay? Right, so Ocean Spray, 31 pages of nautical loveliness. We're going to make the most amazing journal from this, and possibly, time permitting, a mini album or folio. Okay, I want to get back into making them. So beautifulness. I struggled at first, and then it just kind of like came to me. So we've got a beech wood background. That's how my thinking's going, and we've got superimposed writing and patterns, and we've got this vintage mermaid, and then we've got that superimposed with some more modern images, and I just love it. We've got this lovely blue background here, and it's gorgeous. Okay, so that's the first page. Then we've got this one, and I have introduced some flowers just because I like them. And I just thought they went nice. So we've got the blues for the sea, and then these colours to me are like the beach. Okay, because I do still like my pretty journals, so I have to have some flowers. And we've got this lovely lighthouse there, and we've got script in the background. We've got a baroque pattern in the background. We've got some distressed dotting going on and some splattering. There's all sorts going on these pages, but it's all subtle and it all comes together beautifully. Okay. And then here we've got this beautiful nautical window. So you can see the ship there, and you can see there, and then I've done this cluster of fabulous like beach type things, but I didn't want it to be just about beaches and deck chairs and palm trees. I wanted it to be quite nautical, so we've got the seagull and the message in a bottle and some more of these florals. Okay, and then here another one. I love this bucket of shells. I love collecting shells on the beach, and I'm always looking for sea glass as well, which I absolutely love finding. And, we've got some shells, and we've got the lovely compass there. It's really pretty. And then here we've got, it's a whale or a dolphin. I'm not sure. And the lovely seahorse. I love seahorses. They just absolutely fascinate me. They're gorgeous little creatures. So yeah, and some pretty florals there, and some blue seaweed to keep in with this kind of like blue nautical theme that I've got going on. And we've got another nautical themed window here with the tall ship and all of the nautical things on the windowsill there. It's just fabulous. Imagine looking out of that window and seeing all of that lovely ocean. I love the ocean. Love it. And I asked my members what theme they'd like for this month, and so many of them said an ocean theme. So I've gone more nautical than beach, so I hope they like it. But I love sailing. I mean, I don't sail boats like this. I like to go on cruise ships, but I love the ocean. I love it. So here we've got a lovely lighthouse, and the waves crashing. It's just stunning. And then here we've got some beautiful colourful shells, because I didn't want everything to just be blue. So there's blue, and then there's pops of colour as well, like the lighthouse and like the nautical windows. We've got the pops of colour, okay? And we've got some vintagey things, but I didn't want it to be vintage either. It was quite a tough one to make, to get it how I had it in my head. Okay, so here we've got the lovely turtle, and we've got a map superimposed in the back and some writing. There's lots and lots going on. If you print it out and have a look, you will see all of those lovely layers. And then here we've got these beautiful florals, but tying it back in, we've just got these little fishes swimming about. I just think it's lovely. So this would make a great writing page. And then again here, we've got the little fishes darting about, and we've got the lovely seahorse in this beautiful vintage frame, which to me just reminded me of a shell. Okay, that's where my mad thinking was. And then here for a little bit of a plainer page for writing on, we've just got this with it's Cape Cod. It's a vintage map of Cape Cod there in the background, just peeking through, but you could very easily write over that. And then you've got a completely plain one. So quite often I do the like split journal pages, which you'll find a lot in journal collections, you know, that I've done and that other people do. And I just wanted something a bit different. I'm always trying to be a little bit different. Oh, my husband will say I'm very different. Don't think he means in a good way, but I'm only joking. So, you know, if you want your plainer pages, you can print this out over and over again, print them back to back, and this can be your plain writing pages. Okay, so I've picked out the colour kind of palette, and I've gone with quite a basic colour palette here. So we've got this colour, which is like a beigey peach colour to represent the sand. This represents the sea, and this represents the sky. And I've used these colours throughout. So I thought if I wanted to do a mini album or a folio, or anybody wanted to do cards, then you need the solid colours. Instead of having different colours of cardstock, you've got your solid colours. Okay, so those are the main ones. Then I've done quite a lot of background pages because I know I want to do an album. Whether I'll get round to it this side of Christmas, I don't know, but I definitely do. So I've got this lovely beech wood here with like distressed peeled white paint on, and it's so pretty, almost shabby. Then we've got this fantastic background with the crashing waves. I absolutely love the deep colours because I think it will accentuate when we've got a page with pale colours. So if you imagine that and then you do a layer with the dark colours, it's just going to make everything pop. Okay, then thinking again about folios and albums and card making and making our pockets and our tags and our embellishments, more patterns. So we've got the anchor in the blue, so that's got the light blue and then the dark blue, and then we've got a wavy stripe. Makes your eyes go a bit funny, that one, but rather than a pinstripe I thought we'd have a wavy one, and that's the blue toned down with that beach colour in my imagination. And then we've got the beach colour again in the wavy. And then they're all non-directional, so it doesn't matter which way around you use them, really. Now, this one is directional, so I've given it both ways. We've got it in portrait and in landscape. It's the same, but, you know, in case there's anybody that wants a taller one. And this is, you've got your fishes and your shells and your starfish. It's lovely. Absolutely lovely in that pale blue again. Okay. Then we're on to the embellishments and stuff. My members absolutely love them. I love creating them. It's probably the most fun part. I always leave it to the end because I like doing these the most. So here we've got the layered pockets. I've done these before. So this smaller pocket, you cut it out, and when you layer it on the back of there, the image will match up. So you've got the image will run through. And then I've given you some things like this little banner and these circles. You can layer them up, put them on the banner, put them across the pocket. You know, it's giving you embellishment ideas. And then we've just got some labels. That one says Song of the Sea, and that's Mermaid. And these are vintage wordage that I've taken from somewhere. I think I've taken this off of something vintage as well. So we've got bits of vintage, but it's not a vintage journal. It's a light, fun vacation or just ocean theme, or if you know somebody that likes boating or fishing or anything, or they live near the sea or anything. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. So here we've got some smaller tags. So these are the smaller ones. What do they measure? Let's have a look. I can't remember. But sometimes I do them smaller so you can fit more on a page and you're getting a bit more bang for your buck. 4.5 by 2.25. And these have got a distressed edge, very lightly distressed. And then they've got what looks like tatty stitching on. So you've got 6 of those, and then we've got the labels that match with the tatty stitching, and I've put a label on and Song of the Sea again. So these don't fit on these tags, but these are just labels to use elsewhere. Okay, Okay, what else have we got? I love this collection. So here I've done these before as well. So these are the little pocket with the matching journaling cards go inside. Okay, and then for a decoration idea, I've done you a strip which you could put across there, and then these ovals I've sized so that they will lay over the strip. Okay, so that if you ever get stuck with decorating ideas, you've got them there. We've got some tabs. I like to put the tabs on the journaling card. You could also put a tab on the pocket there. That would look fun. You could even put one on the strip. Okay, and if you, when you're doing these kind of things with the strip, if you just glue it on 3 sides instead of the whole thing, then when you've put your oval on, you've got room to tuck little things as well as it being a pocket. Okay, and you can print these out as many times as you want, or you can use it as an idea to create your own using the other papers. Sometimes you just need a bit of a nudge and you'll be thinking, oh yeah, that's a good idea, I'll make some of my own. And that's what I hope to do as well. So here I've done some words. I found a lovely font that I liked, and I've done some words. I thought they'd be a bit bigger than this, if I'm honest, but then we don't want them taking over. So they're a nice size to suit both journal making and album making and card making. I would like them bigger because I like to make folios. But if somebody wants to make a card, these are the perfect size. Okay, so you've got Ocean Spray Dream, Sea Dreams, Starfish Wishes and Mermaid Kisses, always a winner. Nautical Adventure, Ocean Breeze and Salty Air. So those are the only words that I've put in this kit. There is absolutely heaps. I've got a word soup collection over on my Ko-fi with a bazillion words that you can use in your journals. Every now and again, I'll put specific ones to the specific kit. Otherwise, check out Word Soup. So here we've got our fussy cuts. Now, we do these quite large because I like them to be a big focal point. So these are like just over 2 inches, okay? And that's like about 2.5. You can print them to a page if you want little teeny tiny ones. I don't like cutting out teeny tiny things. I do the mirror image so you can glue them back to back and make your paper clips, hang them off the edge of a page. You've got the same image both sides. Or maybe you just want, a turtle going one way and a turtle going the other way. I just think it's more versatile and not everybody knows how to do it in the PC. So I've done all the work for you. Same as how you've got a cutting guide all the way around. If you've got an electric cutting machine, brilliant. Maybe I'll send you my fussy cutting because I do all mine by hand. But it does help, okay? Especially if you've maybe got problems with your hands or anything like that. It just helps you with that little bit of hand-eye coordination, okay? So you can see what else we've got. And they are lovely. They are beautiful. So then we've got my favourite. This is my favourite image in the whole collection. Don't ask me why. It just brings me joy. We've got some fishes and some sailors' hats and all sorts of things. So this, you're not going to find something that you need, okay? There's plenty. Then we've got the larger tags. I always do some large tags. We've only got 3 because I just think you can always just make tags out of the papers anyway. Okay, so I don't want to just give you a collection with 35, 40 pages in for the sake of it. But I just do a few. And then you can make your own out of the papers. It's super easy. All you've got to do is pick an image and cut it out. Okay, so I'm not going to waste your paper giving you things that you could maybe make yourself. That's part of the fun. Then I've just done a few vintage images. Courtesy of the Graphics Fairy. We've got that vintage map of Cape Cod. I think this is a postcard. We've got this down by the sea poster, and you can see that's where I've taken the writing from on some of the images. And then we've got some, I think that the nautical knots, I'm assuming there are some kind of boating or nautical knots. That's what I'm saying. They might not be, they might be for scouts, I don't know, but that's what we're saying. So, 31 pages. You have got lots to play with there. Lots and lots and lots. It should keep everybody busy so that I've got a chance to catch up and hopefully release the November collection in plenty of time. I'm just toying with the idea, do I do Christmas or do I be a bit different and do something else? Because, not everybody wants to create for Christmas. I don't know, I'm not decided. But also don't forget, you've got all of these lovely patterns that I'm giving you. Every time I'm doing as many patterns and backgrounds as I can, and you'll build up a fantastic collection, okay, and have a fantastic library of different things to play with, not just in this ocean theme, ocean spray journal, but in other journals as well. I'm always thinking, I'm one step ahead. So there we go. Hopefully some of my lovely design team members, mentioning no names, nudge nudge, will come up with something using this collection, as well as me. I'm sure they will. They won't help themselves. Although it's not pink. Jenny won't like it. It's not pink, so I won't pressure her into using it. But I think Dawn will like this. So keep an eye out on my, not just on here, but on my Facebook business page linked below, because I do an awful lot of sharing there. I'm doing a lot of reels where I'm sharing things, and I'm really trying to step up the community that I've got over there. So I hope you like that. I've tried not to talk too fast. I've tried not to ramble, but I've got to get on, and I've got to start now and think of how I'm going to help all of my fantastic followers and members create a fantastic journal out of this. And let's see what we pull out of the hat. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Big love to you all. Bye for now.